Barbados is on alert for a national shutdown starting tomorrow. That's the story we are tracking in your Barbados Today evening news update for Wednesday, January the 17th. A warm welcome to you. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. It won't be business as usual on the island tomorrow. That's because a national shutdown ordered by the National Union of Public Workers will take effect. The union has called out its members in protest after the government failed to meet the January 15th deadline to conclude negotiations for a wage increase for public servants. Today, Labour Minister Dr. Esther Bayasaku not only frowned on the move, but she declared it won't work because the country simply cannot afford a wage increase.
Barbados cannot afford that right now. So I think it would be for those persons who were in the negotiation, including the unions, to determine that they want to discuss other options. Because even if they were to take action, it's not really going to change the situation at the end of the day in terms of what we can and can't afford. I mean, everybody else who has been commenting on our economic and financial situation would very well be aware that, that is an extra cost that government cannot bear right now. No amount of action is going to change that.
In other news this Wednesday, police are investigating a video circulating on social media showing a schoolgirl's hair being set on fire. According to preliminary investigations, the 15-year-old schoolgirl was at a bus stop in Horseshoe, St. Joseph, with several schoolmates when her hair was set on fire while she was focusing on her cell phone. The fire was extinguished by another student. No one was injured in the incident. Now, the incident has sparked strong condemnation from head of the Barbados National Council of Parent-Teacher Associations. Sean Gibbs told Barbados Today the incident is not only worrying, but he says the perpetrator will feel the full weight of the law.
It is extremely disturbing and very concerning that in any form or fashion, whether it be serious or jokingly, that someone would attempt and carry out an act like that against another person, not understanding the ramifications and the seriousness of it. And if charged, it can be considered seriously bodily harm, which is a criminal offense. And I believe that we really need to re-educate our children on actions and consequences and the law.
5 men were remanded to Her Majesty's Prison Dulles on a string of theft charges after appearing before Chief Magistrate Christopher Birch in the District C Magistrates Court today. They are 50-year-old Dennis Rodney Beckles of 37 Golden Rocks, Pine St. Michael, charged with 4 counts of theft and 1 count of handling stolen property. 21-year-old Amaro Delano Wilkinson of Jordan's Lane, Nelson Street, the city, charged with 3 counts of theft. 52-year-old Mark Anderson Franklin of Jordan's Lane, also Nelson Street, the city, charged with 1 count of theft. 42-year-old John Patrick Haynes of Rock Hall, St. Thomas, charged with 2 counts of theft, and 50-year-old Junior Orlando Sobers of Licorice Village, Mylorsill, St. Michael, with 1 count of theft. They are accused of stealing tools and equipment in the parishes of St. Michael and Christ Church between December 2017 and January this year. The accused will return to District A Magistrates Court tomorrow. Now, Beckles and Wilkinson have also been ordered to appear in the Oistins Court on Friday. The illegal drug trade and its impact on rising crime across the Caribbean is a major concern for regional and international officials. Today, the issue came to the fore at the launch of the 10th EDF-EU CARIFORUM Crime and Security Cooperation Program at Paragon. Head of the European Union delegation to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Daniel Tramessier, today urged Barbados and its regional neighbors to jointly tackle the issue. She also underscored the need for strong professional institutions to address security challenges and stressed that the EU would continue to provide major financial support to help arrest the problem before it spills over to the EU.
Investing in citizen security in the Caribbean is an investment for us all. For us, a selfish investment, honestly, in our security as well. We have a great stake in each other's success. What happens anywhere in the Caribbean affects us in Europe as well. Not only from the perspective of our outermost region in the Caribbean, but also from our continental Europe point of view. In a world where threats no longer emerge along geographical lines, our neighborhood is everywhere. We believe the only willingness to analyze and make decisions in a common approach can achieve what, in a globalized world, no nation, whatever its size, can successfully and permanently do: resolve conflicts or manage threats on its own. It can't be done.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To regional happenings now, St. Lucia's Prime Minister Alan Chastanet described recent controversial comments made by U.S. President Donald Trump about Haiti as unfortunate. Chastanet told reporters the comments illustrate that the world is becoming unsympathetic.
I think they're very unfortunate statements. I think that CARICOM came out with an appropriate response. If anything, I think that maybe the African Union response, which asked for an apology, would have been appropriate. And I think there's two sides to take. One, obviously, from an international perspective, that it's just insulting. And particularly when you think of what Haitian and Haiti has gone through and the need for our assistance. So they're still trying to recover from the earthquake, far less Hurricane Matthew a year ago, and obviously with the difficulties in moving forward. So if anything, they need our sympathy, not that level of criticism. We need to know that we need to get our own act together.
And on the international scene, United President Donald Trump, meanwhile, is also coming under fire from within his Republican Party. Republican Senator Jeff Flake took to the Senate floor this morning, rebuking the president for his repeated attacks on the truth, as well as his colleagues for failing to be a check on Trump. Flake warned that an American president who cannot take criticism is charting a very dangerous path, and a Congress that fails to keep the president in check adds to the danger. He raised concern that democracy is under threat.
For without truth and a principled fidelity to truth and to shared facts, Mr. President, our democracy will not last. 2017 was a year which saw the truth, objective, empirical, evidence-based truth, more battered and abused than at any time in the history of our country, at the hands of the most powerful figure in our government. It was a year which saw the White House enshrine alternative facts into the American lexicon, as justification for what used to be simply called old-fashioned falsehoods. It was a year in which an unrelenting daily assault on the constitutionally protected free speech was launched by the same White House, an assault that is as unprecedented as it is unwarranted.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or even like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in-bus terminals, as well as Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic evening.